Hello everyone, this is Jedid, the Community Dietitian from the Davenport Perth Neighborhood and Community Health Center. Because it is the season of tomatoes, I thought we would make a dish that has tomato. I've chosen to make bruschetta, which is an Italian dish. You can serve it before a main meal, or you can serve it as a snack. What you need is a French bread or a baguette, ideally a whole grain bread to give it more fiber. Then you'll need 3 tomatoes, this size, medium size. If you have Roma tomatoes, they're a little smaller, you can use 6 tomatoes. Then we have 2 cloves of garlic, and I've minced those. Then you can add the juice of 1 lime, but that's optional. Then we're going to add in, and we'll need 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then you can add your own herbs. So over here I have basil, I also have thyme, I have parsley, you can use cilantro if you'd like, so that's up to you. So what we are going to do first is we're going to take the bread and we will slice that, as you can see, on an angle. So with a sharp knife you can just make it 1 inch thick. If you slice it on an angle, then you'll have more space to put the topping on. So you can see over here, now it's become more stretched out. And you're going to put that on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. I've already put them on this baking sheet. And we'll just slice up the whole loaf. So now you can see we sliced up the bread. And what we will do next is we are going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit so that it can warm up already. Then over here I have my chopped up tomato, and we're going to add the garlic. We'll give it some great antioxidants. And now we will need the herbs. So I've chosen to use 5 leaves of basil. And if you put those on top of each other, then you can kind of roll it up. It's called a chiffonade. And we can cut it into thin strips. That way it doesn't get all squished. It stays nice in ribbons. And we will mix that into our tomato mix. Then we're going to add the olive oil, 3 tablespoons. Even if it's extra virgin olive oil, you can still heat that at a temperature of 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So don't worry about it starting to smoke. Then we have the balsamic vinegar, 1 tablespoon of that. If you want, you can add some lime juice. This will give it a more tangy flavor. And some salt and pepper. Good. So we'll mix that all together. Cooked tomatoes are a great source of lycopene. The lycopene is an antioxidant and it helps to protect us from certain types of cancer. The lycopene is more available to our body for absorption if the tomato is heated, because then the walls of the cells break down. It also is a great source of vitamin B6, of folate, and of potassium. So those are all nutrients that we need to prevent heart disease. So let's put this on top of the bread now. So you only need about 1 tablespoon per slice. If you want, you can also brush the bread with olive oil beforehand. Okay, so now that we have all of the tomato mix on top of the baguette, we can place it in the oven. You can cook it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. I hope that you enjoy this recipe.